Hello student, how are you? I think you all are fine. So today we are going to discuss here about hysteresis loop. So hysteresis loop is the study of is the we have to study and behavior of the ferromagnetic material. So it is the property of the ferromagnetic material. So hysteresis means here I is lagging. I is lagging. Hysteresis means I is lagging. We understand this term by the curve. First, we consider a ferromagnetic material here. Initially, no current is flowing in this material, so we can say initially, initially the current is zero and H, the magnetic field intensity is zero and I would be magnetization would be zero. So the magnetization field and magnetization. So magnetization is magnetization. What is magnetization? That is magnetic dipole moment upon volume. So magnetic dipole moment is m into 2L. This is pole strength upon volume. Here we a magnet is here, so this point is m. This is a pole strength. Suppose here 2L distance is here. So this is the pole strength m. M is the magnetic moment. So unit of magnetization would be Ia upon V. So this would be ampere per meter. This is the unit of magnetization, and unit of magnetic field intensity is also, so we know I is equal to psi h. So psi is magnetic susceptibility. This is magnetic susceptibility. Magnetic susceptibility. This is magnetic susceptibility. So initially current is zero when we connect a battery here, then current I is flow here in this solenoid. So magnetic field create here. So magnetic field create in the solenoid due to magnetic field region create here, and inside the ferromagnetic material dipole alliance due to this magnetic field. So we have studied the behavior of the dipole moment, dipole, and we study the magnetization versus the magnetic field intensity, the behavior of the magnetic ferromagnetic material. So we see over here, this is the terms I explain here. So here the current is lagging. So we draw here. This is this is H I. This is magnetization, or this is intensity of magnetic field. Intensity of magnetic field. Magnetic field. And this is magnetization. Magnetization. This is magnetization. This is intensity of magnetic field. So when we at initial position, this is O, When current is flow in ferromagnetic material, then the magnetic field is increasing, magnetic intensity of magnetic field is increasing, and magnetization also increasing. At a point where the all the dipole, we know dipoles are millions or billions in a magnetic ferromagnetic material, good conductor. So at a particular situation, when the all dipole are aligned, then thereafter, on increasing the magnetic field, the magnetization is not increased because of all the dipole are aligned here. So this point, say A, this is the saturation point. So here the saturation point is here, saturation point, and after this point, on increasing intensity of magnetic field, the magnetization is not increased. So on decreasing the current, on decreasing the current, the magnetization not becomes, and the intensity, when the intensity of the magnetic field becomes zero, at that situation the magnetization would not become zero, because of, on removing the magnetic field, there are some dipoles are also aligned, some dipoles also aligned on removing the magnetic field. So this return like this, and when we apply the negative, here negative, this is positive, this is negative, so we change the direction of current, then the negative intensity magnetic field produced here. So for the a particular negative value, here the magnetization becomes zero, and on increasing the negative field, the dipole align in opposite direction. Earlier it aligned in that direction, then reversing the current, this align the that direction. So this time, so this is the answer, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D. So this point O to B, this is O to B is OB. OB would be retentivity. OB is retentivity. So and OC is coercivity. Coercivity. So retentivity would be the amount of, it is the capacity of the substance to retain its magnetization. Retentivity is capacity of substance to its retain its magnetization tization even when magnetic force is ceased to act. This means when the magnetic force is zero, intensity of magnetic field is zero, capacity of sustain to retain its magnetization. It means when the magnetic field is zero, magnetic force is zero, even after some dipoles are still aligned. Some dipoles are still aligned. Due to this, so magnetization is not zero at that particular point. So we accept expecting that the curve is initiating from O to A and return back in this process, but the pattern would be like this because of on removing the magnetic field still some dipole aligns, so the magnetization would not be zero at zero intensity of magnetic field. So this is the resistivity and coercivity. This would be, this is the ability of material, this is the ability of material, or we expressed here the amount of the amount of magnetic field intensity, so that magnetic field intensity magnetic field intensity so that amount of magnetic field intensity so that material would be demagnetized. This means at that particular point when the value of intensity is so that the amount of magnetic field intensity so that material demagnetized. So this is the retentivity, retentivity, retentivity. This is retentivity, and this is coercivity. So retentivity is the property of the material when the intensity of magnetic field is zero. Thereafter, or at that particular position, the magnetization is not zero because of some dipole are still aligned at that particular situation. So here when we applied the negative magnetic field here, so and that point D, the saturation point, saturation point. So D is saturation point, and after that point, when we apply the positive, this is saturated point. After that point, the magnetization is not increased, fixed here. So we apply the thereafter positive current here, positive direction. So this would be like this. So D, E, this is point E, and this is point F. So in that point, that is B and that is E. So here positive coercivity, retentivity, here negative retentivity. So this is coercivity, this is coercivity. So same cycle is repeat again and again. So here in this cycle, we observe here the magnetization of the material is not proportional to linearly, is not proportional to H, because of the this process start from O to A and O, C, B, D, E, F and A. So this is the not reversible process, this is a irreversible process, and I is not proportional to H here. I is for ferromagnetic material, this is susceptibility into H, and we know mu r is equal to 1 plus susceptibility for ferromagnetic material, and the I for unique value of H, I not unique. This means if here we consider the value of H, suppose somewhat value of H is here, then I would be two value, this value and here this value. So we in this value the we apply here the value is here, we can't say what is the value of I for the correspondence value of the H. So we can't explain. So the history of sample is required here. History of sample is essential for the I. This means we don't know the magnets, the material is under magnetization condition or demagnetization condition. So we can define the I on knowing the whatever mode is the material is placed, either it is under the magnetization condition or demagnetization condition. So here we see here the material for A point fully magnetized. So we write here A is magnetized, and for point C, C is demagnetized. Point C is demagnetized because of the magnetization is 0 here, and D is magnetized, and point F is demagnetized, and point A, this is point A. So this is the cycle. So in this process we see the cycle is continuously repeated this time. So in this cyclic process the heat is energy is lost in the form of heat. So area of hysteresis loop would be proportional to heat loss per unit volume per unit volume per cycle. So we discuss here the graph for the steel and soft iron. So for the steel, here this is the graph for, suppose this is graph for steel, suppose. So we have draw here for the graph of for the this is for the soft iron. This is graph for the steel. This is graph for the soft iron. This is B. So this is B dash or this is E dash. This is C dash and this is F dash. So in both graph we see the retentivity for the soft iron is more. Retentivity for the soft iron is more and coercivity for the soft iron is less. While we use, here we take a example for, we use the transformer core, transformer core and generator core. This is made of, these both are made of soft iron. Because of, for the, this is a, in this process we have used the material, this would be demagnetized easily. For the demagnetized easily, so there should be property low retentivity, system having low retentivity to material used here, having low retentivity, low coercivity and low hysteresis area. Hysteresis area. Hysteresis area. Here for the soft iron, the coercivity and area is less, but retentivity is high. For the retentivity is still high, but the two factors are dominating here. So we use soft iron in transformer and generator core. Transformer core and generator core are made from soft iron. And for permanent magnet, for permanent magnet, the property is high retentivity, high coercivity and high area, high hysteresis area. This is the property for the permanent magnet. High retentivity, high coercivity, high hysteresis area. So here for the steel, the coercivity is high and area is large. This means large hysteresis area. So area is large, this factor is dominant, coercivity is high, this factor is dominant, but retentivity is low here in comparison to soft iron. But these two factors are dominating here, so we use steel as a permanent magnet for making the permanent magnet. So this is a hysteresis loop I discuss here. I hope you better understand this topic. So this topic is important for all students, 12th students also. So thanks for watching this video and take care.